Yeah, no, it's 70% drop frames. Uh-huh. Well, it really is a joke. Like, it's streaming, it's raining out, I can't stream, but I think it's real. That is 70% drop frames from the start to now. Not like we need the highest quality stream to code something, but it's a big bummer. Oh wait, last time I just lowered the bitrate, and that actually, I'm gonna try doing that. Because we don't need a high bitrate, we need a stable bitrate. Though also, I think I might have to restart my stream for that. I don't think so. Nah. Not good enough. I think it has more to do with it being a Myriad related stream. Like how Myriad was cancelled every single Thursday. Guilty Gear Strive, stream's fine. You just stream it again? Oh yeah, all day, fine. All day, fine. Myriad? Who is against me? Who's fighting this? Who's afraid of Myriad's launch? What do they have to gain? What do they have to lose? Ster in the mirror realm. Shit. I fucking hate that guy. If my stream doesn't work, I don't know if I want to do this. Because it's not even... I mean, you guys would be able to tell better than I can. But it seems extremely bad. Like every 5 seconds of every 10 seconds, the stream just doesn't work. I assume audio's fine, because that's always the way that it is, but... Oof. Oof, am I right, guys? Looks okay. It's been okay for the last couple of seconds. Like the last minute. I'm just gonna, chill for another song. Say hi to my fabulous fans. I love the fans. Wouldn't be where I am without the fans. Make sure I get my frog on head ready, just in case. Like, if everything's working, I'm obviously gonna need to have the frog on my head. Stream's starting to shit the bed. Again. I mean, no one watches streams anyways? I mean, that's true. I'm worried about my stream quality for, like, 5% of my viewership. But it's weird, because people, like... They'll turn the stream on and not watch it, but if they turn the stream on and it's laggy and, like, then they'll leave, even though they weren't gonna watch it anyway. Right? How does that make sense? Too many words. I could, too many words. It seems passable, but bad. Like, the rain outside even stopped. Ren, welcome, Dandy Kid. Ooh. I thought I did this already. You gotta do it every month. If you don't sub to Ster every month, then he can't eat. And I know that doesn't sound like a big deal, but that's where I implore you to remember that Ster is actually Guy Bark, his persona, where he is a dog, and that means a dog is going without food. A cute little puppy. Like, Ster not eating, no problem. Little puppy pushing at my food bowl with my watery, teary eyes, my ears backwards. Stream's not working again. Cool. Ash3. DK Dozer, the time has come. 69 sub. When is my Segs appointment? I don't even... What is a Segs? Super eggs? We're gonna attempt to get started on the one thing that I needed to do before I get started on the things that I need to do.
You got kids?
Kids, slip. Thank you. Move this over. Code. Is that it? Move this over. Hold on, moving. Hold on, don't need this. Hold up, don't need that. So this is my little, like, test skill to make sure adding skills to players works correctly, and it has the remove skill button to remove this skill from a player token. But it is, a lot of the code is contained within here. So I want to take, like, all of this out and move it over to a separate macro. So if I ever change it, I don't need to change the remove skill macro on 100 skills. Because there is no reason for most of this to be on here. It was just kind of like making sure I could get it to work. So it should all be within skill remove because I can just do that. Which apparently I already had open. Because it's hard to keep track. I always have like 500 windows open when I'm working on Myriad now, and it's like just an endless cycle of looking through them all. Did you do anything different to get better? I've only been coding for as long as Myriad has been a thing, and I didn't know what I was doing when I started it. And the programming language for map tools is stupid. My advice is not... I have none. I would not consider myself a programmer. I am... I don't know. Just stumbled through it as each step became a necessity, and I realized I could make things better. So I need to move all this over to here. So I actually realize now that... like, I don't even need this to be an argument. So hold up, we just... That goes here. That goes here. That all works just fine to go here. For some reason, thought that these arguments needed to be arguments. They don't. So all that can go away. Then I don't need all of that. This can also go down here. See, that's way cleaner. I don't think I needed any of that. Let me make sure it works. So adding, where is my test? John test right here. Add skill level 1 to John test. Whoop. So now he's got test CP cost skill. Add skill level 2. He's got test CP cost skill 2 now. And remove skill, which is the thing that we were testing, and apparently we fucked that up. Doesn't know what cost is. But why doesn't it? An amphibian? No, that's me. That's me. I'm using the human to talk. I'm a VTuber. Wait, I'm confused as fuck. Why am I this confused? I dealt with this before for adding skills to player. And I thought I had an epiphany about how things work differently than I thought that they did. But now I'm rethinking the epiphany. And that I was wrong about the epiphany. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that should work. I'm in the Matrix. Yeah, I told you this was the boring part before the hopefully fun part. Hopefully, I don't get stuck on it for 5 hours. This is pretty simple. I'm just thinking of the most effective way to do it so that I can put as little code as possible in this box. Because I could basically just do... basically just write cost in here, and over on the other one... Even that seems really unnecessary. I know something's gonna be fucked up. Shit. It's so hard to talk to chat while I'm like figuring things out. I don't want to have a figure things out code stream. I just want to know everything. And to know everything is to be a sweet genius. It's been days and I can't stop. Stop. Don't see where cost is defined though. Don't worry about it. It's Myriad code's at the point where I am unhelpable. Every time I think, like, I run into a problem, it's like, man, I really wish I could, like, ask people in the map tools Discord, and I, like, think it through, and I was like, no, this requires so much fucking explanation that I think I'm on my own. And the couple of times I have asked, I've gotten really, 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 really bad answers. Kind of answer, like, the stuff that would annoy me in Overwatch where you point out a flaw in the game, and you'd be like, yeah, this sucks, and it should work this way. And then someone always gives the advice of like, oh, well then you should just do this instead. And it's like, no, that's the problem, is that you have to do that instead of the thing just not working correctly. And it becomes like making excuses for fucking Jeff Kaplan. He's out of there. Why is this really to what? I like keep forgetting what step I'm on, like what I'm doing. I need to like say it out loud so I stop forgetting. Like that's partly why I'm streaming, is because I've been kind of so zoned out that I need a stream to hopefully help focus me so that I don't just like blank every couple of minutes, because I've been weird. Also, I might have to turn the AC on. It's already getting hot in my room with the stream on. These frames are dropping? Yup. Streaming a blank screen is it's hard. I'll be right back. And yeah, see, dog left the room. I left the door open. I started talking. She leaves. Focus. Focus on the prize. Okay, so actually, where the fuck was I? I was making cost an argument. And what was the error I was getting? Spell cost. I see. Because spell cost might be outdated and I don't even use that anymore, and why is it telling me that I don't have it? Wait, what? Why? Okay. The spell cost is down here. My brain is actually fucking melting from this. It's like nothing. Because it's super weird that oh, I see. I think I see. Because it should be CP cost 2 instead of being called spell cost. I think that's it. Error. Remove chat to screen. Yeah, fuck, like what? Who am I? I should just undo everything I've done do this later, even though I'm going to have to repeat it multiple times, which is what I was trying to avoid, but I thought this would actually take 30 seconds to do. But everything I've done in map tools lately, it's been the awful combo of I sit down to do something really obvious, and then like everything I've touched has been an extremely bizarre problem that I just struggle with for like 5 hours after I implemented it within like 30 seconds. There's too much. My lines, I'm all crossed up. Who am I? If that error is basically, it's like trying to, I don't know where it would be. I feel like I didn't really do anything. Hold up, I'm going back to square one. Okay, square one attempt, and then we're just gonna like move on if I don't get it right. Remove skill. Does not have the skill. That's actually a clue for where the other one was failing. And that's interesting. Man beneath the frog. Hey, Sci-Fry. Yeah, don't acknowledge me as frog person. I am frog, and I like to be addressed as frog from this point. I'm gonna change my channel name to like frog. I don't know. We add skill to test man. Okay, skill added. We remove skill from test man. Okay, it removes. Let's double check that I can do it with skill level 2. As it should be doing it correctly now. Okay, I removed it. Okay. Ground zero, really simple. Let's see if that works. Or if it's going to ask me what is cost, which it shouldn't be doing, which is really weird. No, it should be doing currently because this is here. But it still be due. I'm pretty sure I... God damn it. I'm streaming. God damn it, I'm streaming. What the fuck is that error? That doesn't exist. How does that not exist? Wait, what? It worked. Wait, what? This is what I mean. Like, that has nothing to do with the problem I was having. It's like it causing an error with what clip it was playing in a totally different thing. Every step, some fucked up. Yeah, it's... What? Ah, gee whiz. Do you see what I... Okay, as like a quick summary so I can vent how ridiculous that is. Everything worked before I started trying to move them between these two macros. This is just like play a sound is all it is. Play a sound 1. which was working a second ago. We didn't do anything to how sounds are played. And now all of a sudden, it fucking, that is the part that's breaking, which had nothing to do with anything that I changed. In no conceivable way. But it's like, nah, you can't. I think I know one thing it might be. And if that's it, I'm gonna be sad. So that would also make slight sense. Okay. You know what's even fucking weirder? To explain it this way. When I add a skill to a player, or even like when it tells me that I don't have previous skill, it's making sounds. The sound thing works. Ah! I'm just gonna go crazy. This was supposed to be a simple stream. It's always supposed to be simple. I'm just gonna undo everything and do this later. Which is going to be even weirder. Because that same line of code that's causing problems is still going to be there when I undo everything. It's still there. Applying. Adding skill. Removing skill. It plays the sound. Cool. Fuck, dude. So, what the goal of this stream originally was, before I got sidetracked by nothing making sense in the whole universe, was making a couple of skills because they should take like 5 minutes to put together. I've done one so far that just to make sure things were kind of working. There's a couple of holes in it that I need to fix later that I'm aware of like how certain targeting types don't exist yet, but that's more of like I need to actually make that. So right now, if someone's like, hey, you should make a skill that targets this area like a fireball, like, yeah, fuck you, I can't. That's off the table. But if we had projectile vomit to John test, then he's got the projectile, the vomit, the Kenneth ability. He clicks it, he gets a direction, he shoots. And it worked before the stream! What the fuck? Oh no, because I was debugging it. I was trying something different. Which ties into the exact thing that I was saying that about targeting types. Yeah. Myriad is designed in a way that every function will work one time, and then after that, it's like on a self-destruct sequence. So, okay. We're gonna remove projectile vomit. Re-add projectile vomit so it creates with the right thing. Then we're gonna projectile vomit to the right, and it's going to eat my... What? Did I change it in the wrong place? Like a week or two ago, I stopped having caffeine, and I feel like I'm just like a subhuman, just like slug person where nothing makes sense to me anymore. Oh, I did it! I did it! It's a fucking no! God damn it! Like it's really bad, and I knew it was pretty bad today, but I was like, you know, at a certain point, I just gotta kind of, you know, pretend that I have energy, and then it'll become true, and that I have the ability to focus. Ashley's also in a similar spot because she got her second vaccine shot like yesterday, and she's a total like subhuman, just blob. Has no idea what's going on at any moment. Bernerner, Wadsworth, bite. Thank you. Nice human chair you got there. Yeah, it's good. He okay. So we projectile vomit and it works this time, and we shoot. What? The fuck? What? Person goes insane live on stream. Oh, because I changed that too. I changed the... That's, I stopped in the middle of it. Never stop in the middle of it. Code until you die, because if you stop in the middle of something, you're done for. I realized that down the line calling that line was going to be stupid. Down the line calling it line, I get it. Okay, so now that this 100% works, and then we can actually start with what the stream was supposed to be. Just a fun time with some fun people. I shoot it, projectile vomit, creates fire tiles equal to the range that the ability had. Most of the information for the skill, you can't see it. I'm covering it. Most of the information for the skill is used from the skill. So like when it declares the action on there, that's what it's actually setting up for the skill that's being made and what its requirements are, and using sanity. The skill level 1 is irrelevant, like whatever that says is bullshit, and that's not true. But the reason also this is being converted to fire is because I was testing if you have the brimstone starting sign, which previously converted all poison to fire. That before was kind of just like a suggestion of like, I don't know how that will work, but now it actually will always make anything that is fire turn, or anything that's poison turn into fire. Like, yeah, so that's nice. It's convenient. Og. So that is one working skill, which has some cool dynamic layers to it. Yeah. Hold on. Brain slowly churning. As an example for myself before I move on, that if we had that, and we get all directions. So for example, if you want it to limit projectile vomit to only shoot left and right at skill level 1, that's why there's the add multiple skill levels, and skill level 2 you would be able to change the code for it in whatever way you want it. So if this said like, oh, skill level 2, it can target diagonal now, then yeah. So I think the main thing that's causing problems within targeting right now is strictly creating tiles, which is a really long explanation, as most things tend to be these days. Ever hear BK for Black Knight, the Hearthstone card? Yeah. No one knows your abbreviations. No one knows any abbreviations. So We can go ahead and make some really simple stuff, like some obvious things that I know that I'll need, like what was the heal spell that Cleric Boy had before. Also, these classes are getting roughly restructured. So we're putting skills down here in categories in the same way that you would learn spells in like Dungeons and Dragons, where you learn from like the wizard spell list. You pretty much look at this as being like the occult spell list. And these skills over here requiring specifically the progenitor sign are like, oh, these are the special progenitor ones. But if we go back up to the basically class selection chart, progenitor, where is it? Got there. Oh, yeah, no, I left progenitor out of the quadrants. But if something were to require spirit, then it counts for automatically all of the things that are within here. Even the poet that is like half within there counts as being spirit and humanity. From Burger King? Bomb King from Paladins? Yeah, there's a lot of clarification going on here. You try and engage with someone in chat and ask them a question, and it's just like 20 minutes of silence. Or, yeah. So let's go ahead and make the heal skill that I know I'm going to need. I don't quite like how focused heal was working before. Maybe I saved that for later, because focused heal and like how cleric healing was working was like a total balance nightmare of smite integrations. I did want to do, you know what, I did want to do some of the Maelstrom stuff first, because the way it's currently set up is the intention is that you select your birth sign, and your birth sign is what determines what you gain on every level up. What you're reading at the bottom left, these values are totally irrelevant. I'm not doing them until I have some skills made to kind of get a better feel for how things are playing out right now. But like if you were Maelstrom, then you gain this much HP. Like every 4 levels you get this. Like depending on what your level is, it's the same thing as a class essentially. We were thinking of having 2 different birth signs so you could like kind of hybrid class select. So if Maelstrom gave you this every level up and another one gave you this every level up, you can kind of mix between the 2 and build a character a little bit more specific. Though I'm not sure that's necessary when there's, you know, I believe it's 25 or 26 choices now. I can't remember, and counting's hard. And there's always the opportunity to just add more. So to say like Maelstrom, you could just make that by default a hybrid
Payment
thing.
for services rendered. Pleasure doing business.
To dinner. I don't get to watch your streams that often anymore. Unfortunately, I just wanted to wish you a good day and all the happiness. Stay awesome. I'd have to be awesome first. Thank you. I'm kidding. How would having 2 birth signs work in world? The whole birth sign explanation in lore is a little bit more complicated than just you were born under this sign. Like you're a Leo because you were born between this date and this date. The birth signs are a little bit more intricate. I would say, I can't remember the name of it at this given moment, but the I'm trying to think of the name of it. The commonly known horoscope and zodiac of you're a Leo, you're a Cancer, you're a Capricorn is really simplified in comparison to the way Indian culture does birth signs, where it is like you like go to a person who knows the whole, like where the planets were at that moment and like determines the closeness of the relation of these planets to your birth. So it's more like that than I was born under these specific days, and it's really simplified and easy for me to understand. So even if there is one birth sign, your birth sign isn't because I was born in July. Your birth sign is you're a Maelstrom because when you were born, the planet Maelstrom was in its quadrant over. Like it's like a whole just stupid convoluted. You shouldn't know what anyone's talking about kind of thing. Yeah, so let's start with a simple. I'm probably going to just convert a lot of these. A lot of these things I'm going to redo because a lot of system mechanics have changed since the last playtest. Or the last campaign, I should say. I do want a way for them, just basically Maelstrom, to utilize blood tiles, potentially to be able to consume blood tiles that are underneath them, I think is a really basic one I wanted to do. And so let's start with that, because I think that's fundamental to everything. I'm gonna make like an area over here for these are, you know, the Maelstrom skills now. I've gotten very used to working with things, very visually. So I don't expect these images to be the ones that remain at the end, but like just having the quick understanding while working on something. If I don't have all these tokens and images sitting around organized in spots, like design just stops making sense to me. I've been doing this too long. Do characters know birth signs RP-wise? Depends how they want to roleplay it. I mean, they could know it if they want to know it. It's going to tie a little bit into the social skills that are still, like, you can tell how much of a mess this, all the ideas for it are right now by how scattered this is, being the social skill area. We had talked about on a previous stream of making divination a social skill that players could learn, which is like drawing tarot cards and divining the future and setting up prophecies, which also use the same system of prophecies based on the same birth sign star chart. So even if they wanted to delve deeper into it, there's a bit more of it. We're a Maelstrom. Skills. Blood splat. Blood, blood, blood. Who's got the blood? What is this? Lol. Oh, wait. When you, what this used to be, whenever you receive at least 5 damage, create a blood tile underneath yourself, gain +2 temporary attack. I think I can just keep that as is, and it would be really easy to implement. I left myself some, like, basically notes of how to implement these things if I ever had to do them again, because I already have it made within the framework. It's not the same as the other individual skills. But 2 adrenaline is a lot now. And I have to dig into the system to redo that. I'm just gonna copy. Make a different one because I don't want to deal with that yet. I want to do what we said we were doing, which is I'm gonna write a brief description. We'll get more clarified once we're into this. Hold up, what making sure I'm on the right thing. These are using list property. We are on list. Okay. I'm thinking it is a action, free action. See how quick I could do this. Okay, time me. Time me. Skill, consume blood. You start, you as a free action, you drink the blood tile underneath you. Free action. Dude, actually, we could have it scale by range. So if you use it, you consume an amount of blood tiles, like all blood tiles within range of your skill. And if we start at 0, then it would only consume 1 under your tile. So we can make, is Maelstrom a cult? I guess it is. Yeah, I guess it is. taking way longer than I'm willing to time. Okay. Requires... Is it the Maelstrom? I actually don't remember. I think it is. I think I left the in for these. Would be the sign it requires. This would be what kind of stat it requires, which we're just going to say none because this is pretty basic. If you already have the Maelstrom, you're good enough. It's a free action, so it's most appropriate. It probably ends up costing like an adrenaline. So it'll be easier when I've made a few more skills because like so much shit has changed. Like the rate of adrenaline gain and so much stuff about just like basic core mechanics. Yeah. Remove all blood tiles within range and what are they getting for it? Are they healing? Healing makes a lot of sense. Gain healing and temporary armor equal to 2 times the tiles removed. So if you took this as skill level 1, you only remove the one underneath you, you'd heal 2 and get 2 temp armor. That's garbage. That's bad. This is a free action, but it does cost adrenaline. But you'd also need to have, well, who cares? We're gonna we'll adjust values later. It's easy enough to adjust values when things start like we actually need to balance things. We'll make it 5 times if it starts at 1 tile and you heal 5 and gain 5 temp armor. That's pretty damn good. It's better. And if you scale up 1 range, the difference between being at 0 range at the start and then scaling once becomes 9 tiles. It's either 1 tile or 9 tiles potentially. Borpa Maelstrom. Pretty big level too. Well, the way the range would scale would really just be by your character leveling, because Maelstrom would get the occult stat every couple of levels, which is how we're doing it now. Thinking if there's, I think Maelstrom is being healing just feels wrong because they're more about like just bullshit offense that doesn't care about their life. Even giving you an amount of lifesteal equal to the amount of blood tiles feels better, because lifesteal is per hit you gain healing, so it does the same thing. It eventually gives you healing, but in a much more thematic way. We can always also create new status effects, because I'm almost thinking it would be way cooler if within the Maelstrom class they had their own unique mechanic that no one else had, and you would give it to them in this most basic of way, which is consuming blood tiles. Like, give them... Before, they kind of were the only one that had lifesteal, so maybe it just should be lifesteal. And then down the line, I could make unique things for them that are like, whenever you trigger lifesteal, also do this. Which would basically define lifesteal as their thing, but also not make it so linear. It sounds the right way to go for me. The only issue is getting 9 lifesteal for using this free action ability is like, what the fuck? Potentially, because then obviously you would have to have blood literally entirely around you. So maybe instead of maybe the range should be across instead of a perfect growing circle around you. which would limit. Because free action gain lifesteal is already pretty freaking good. Could I do an up to X tiles in range? I could. I'm concerned that the randomness of which tiles are removed would not be something that you can convey to a player. And if it becomes actually important to them which blood tile gets removed by their ability, they'd have no way of knowing. And not having that level of transparency makes me not want to do that kind of stuff. No, actually, I wouldn't even be able to tell the player. Map tools would by default remove the blood tiles in the order that they were placed. So whatever the oldest blood tile was would be the first one removed. But there's no way to know which one is the oldest based on a couple of scenarios that could completely, like, fuck with your expectations. I think I'm going to go with the cross targeting idea. So that it will only target, like, it won't be in a circle, it'll just target in a cross. So if you scale range, it'll start one, it'll be the first tile underneath you, and then it'll scale up, down, left, and right. Also, okay, let's look at this from another perspective. So if we're not giving lifesteal, what if they did just have, like, a blood counter, and then you could expend blood later down the line to do something? Basically the same way, like, clerics had smite with investment. Just be like, you spend this amount of blood, do that. I could also maybe make them just spend lifesteal. It's just that lifesteal is so powerful. I think I toned it down, and I was going to add ways to scale how much lifesteal actually affects you. I think I set lifesteal to 20%, and was like, oh, I'll give Maelstrom ways to increase the amount of lifesteal they gain. But it is such like a... It's an even more complicated math problem now that weapons can multi-hit during a single attack. So if you do actually gain like 9 lifesteal, you could use a significant amount of that within a single attack if you're using... weapons that target at multiple things. Which isn't strictly bad. I really, you know, I think I am just going to go the lifesteal route, but add Maelstrom, like I was saying, unique ways that interact with lifesteal. Because the more I'm thinking, there's even more that we could do. Like, just that when lifesteal triggers or is added to you or is removed from you is a very targetable thing that I could add basically anything you can think of at those moments. So I'm pretty confident that we can make it cool. So you know what? I am okay with you gaining 9 lifesteal in one turn using this ability. Fuck it. I mean, potentially even more. If you're high enough level to have 2 range, doesn't that just double that to like 18? Or, no, it would be like 16? I don't know. Brain dead. That's fine. Because then you would never be able to attack 16 times. Anyway, so alternative ways to... And then consume blood sounds weird. Better name for gaining lifesteal from blood. Not consume. Acquire blood. I have so much blood. Drawback to having too much lifesteal. Yeah, I might be able to do that too. I think like if we actually turn Maelstrom into like straight up vampire class, where they have a whole bunch of lifesteal mechanics where you need to balance the amount that you have. Naturally, having played Strive recently and watching Arcadum die on Nago, it's like, oh yeah, blood, yeah. Characters who have blood are supposed to make themselves vulnerable and instantly die for having it. That's just how games work. Lick the floor. Yeah, we're gonna call this skill lick the floor. I'll come back to that. It doesn't matter too much right now. Consume is okay. I think there might be a better phrasing. Not super happy with anything besides lick the floor either. And only ironically that's funny. So remove all blood tiles within range and gain not healing. And gain lifesteal equal to the amount of blood tiles consumed. What's the quickest way to explain this? I don't even think that within the let me see if I did actually update this the way that I think that I did. Well, the tooltip is still the same. But it is 20%. Gain 20% of the damage dealt to a target. A weapon attack. I also have to rethink if the terminology weapon attack has changed in any significant way, or if I can target this in different ways. Because this is where I'm at. Like, every step is I gotta recheck myself, because so much of like the groundwork of what the game even is fundamentally just completely different. Before, it had to be weapon attacks because that was like the only way it would distinguish what a specific target was. But now that weapon attacks hit multiple targets and spells are doing very similar things in terms of getting targeting, it's more of a question of, can the damage that you are dealing be attributed to you? If you understand what I'm saying. Like, if you create a fire tile and someone walks over it, the fire tile damaged them, not you. But if you cast a spell on them, I'm pretty sure that I could make lifesteal apply in every scenario where you directly damage an enemy. I'm pretty sure it already does. I just need to like make sure I'm on my toes about doing that correctly. Wait, what? I don't edit middle of sentences. Regain 20% of the damage as life that you directly dealt to a target by... Yeah, okay, just rewrite the whole thing, dude. This is the damage dealt, not the damage performed by the attack. Better way to clarify that. After all of the target's resistances or armor. The damage of the attack. My timer's still running. Yeah, well, you know, thought it would go faster. As is the way of these things. Okay, we have that done. I'm gonna copy that. We import skill add setup. Delete that. I don't actually need that anymore. Okay, skill level 1, the meat and the potatoes. This is the description. Remove all blood tiles in range. We need description to be different because we can actually add line breaks here. We can't add line breaks in the other format we were just typing in. It's unfortunate. Otherwise, we would just do description equals skill level 1. I wish, but I can't. Doesn't require anything, so we're good on that. Note, don't need anything. Targeting. Got to double check. It's everything in range. But I also have to target tiles. Tricky. Fuck, dude. Fuck, I don't think I can do this. I mean, I can, but this is what I was saying way earlier, that certain types of targeting don't exist right now. Because I've had to redo most of it. I need to find a similar skill that used to work this way and see what I did there, and maybe I can have like a temporary solution. Because I did have a couple of like consume tile abilities that I think I even made one. Can you think of anyone in the campaign who could remove tiles? It's mostly that tiles are such a weird exception to targeting, because all targeting is looking for players, it's not looking for tiles. So I think I do have to like just I'm gonna do a temporary solution and build the targeting later. Shit. No, that should work. Okay. For each coordinates, man, it's been like it really feels like 6 months since I've done anything with tile coding at all. I have to like go back and find all this stuff to refresh my memory. Did I enjoy the Strive beta? Yeah, I did. There's a lot of stuff actually that I don't like about the game, but everyone, I don't know, it's like fun enough. Everyone I know playing it is cool. Yeah, beta was like 2 days, 2 or 3 days. It was Friday, Saturday. And it didn't even include Sunday, which was weird. Wait, no, what Sunday was yesterday? People were playing yesterday, right? No, they weren't. I don't do what today? Who am I? They're shorter than I thought it would be. For sure. Okay, so for each coordinate, we need to check if there's a blood tile. I'm gonna go find, I have a something that's basically already doing this somewhere. Dude, I think I did, I feel like I did this before. Hold up. Within one of these skills, I think I made it as a test. My whole screen is covered all the time. There's a Ganucci skill. That was like convert all blood tiles into other tiles or something. And I swear I coded it, even though no one picked it, just to make sure that it would work. All blood and fire tiles within 10 tiles of you become filth fire. Apply clarity to yourself if more than 5 tiles were converted. I 100% made that, but it's not here on the skill. So, shit. Oh well. Maybe I didn't make it. Maybe I just like worked through it in my head and went like, okay, yeah, no, I know how I would do that. And then now it's like months later and I don't know how I was going to do that. This is why my life has become notes. I've learned from not learning. An actual streamer? Yep. It's me. You want my phone number? Crunchy, the air dashing felt? It didn't really bother me though. I was playing Giovanna and she's like one of the fastest dashers, so I didn't really notice too much of a difference. And I think no one would have cared if Beta 1 didn't exist, because people just don't like nerfs ever for any reason, even if they fundamentally agree with nerfs needing to happen. Path of Exile is a great example. Everyone agrees, like, wow, this game's too fast, wish they'd slow it down. Whole league of nerfs. This game sucks, I quit. My IP? What was I looking for? I set it out. I'm looking for tiles. I have like a tile evolution thing that would basically be doing this. I don't think it's down there. I have way too many functions. I think I can use that. Okay, before we do for each, we have to define... Wait, no, for each is the... Am I doing this backwards? I am doing this backwards. I don't actually need coordinates at all. I don't need the targeting at all. It's that like whole like, oh, I don't have targeting for this. Why? Maybe I don't have targeting for that because it's not necessary with tiles, because you're doing it differently. You're doing... Hold on, this is a rough read. Bloodless, you're getting tokens. I cannot have any quotes in here at all otherwise, because we're already in quotes. Make sure that this is it. Bloodless, you're getting tokens within range up to range. Yeah, this is what we need. Wait, did I just have another epiphany? No, I can't do that. What coding language is this? Map tools. And I'm playing on a hitbox. Love the Strive music. Drawing on a Wacom tablet. May need to actually... I hate this. Quote equals quote. The premier technique. It's been saving my ass. I shouldn't need that at all. I might not need to do quote equals quote. It's like, it's so funny to me. It's like the hardest part about setting up skills and items and the whole, like, everything I've been stuck on has been this situation with quotes where to pass code over, I need the code to not activate. So it has to be within quotes. Otherwise, the moment it starts building the skill, it tries to do the skill because the code is just sitting there. So you gotta put it within quotes. But then once you're within quotes, you can't use quotes within the actual code. And then there's a couple of situations where I'm passing code down like 3 layers. And then every time you pass the code down, it loses 1 layer of quotes. So like as this within quotes gets passed to the other macro that is creating it, the quotes are gone and it starts to function as actual code, which is what we want. But then when you're like 3 levels up, it's like, what? Who's in the quote? Am I in the quote? Yeah, it's MapTool's goal in the future to be able to... It has a couple of ways right now where you can just do HTML and then you start HTML coding. You can do that with like CSS and HTML5. And it has a couple of integrations to just use real forms of code. They want to have that for Java in the future because MapTools is a Java program. But for now, it's this... whatever it is. I don't think that happening is super far out. Honestly, I wouldn't benefit from it. I don't know Java. I don't know how to code. All I know is this abomination. Okay, so we got Bloodlist is getting tokens within range. Range has to be... Range has to be range, which looks stupid right now. But that's within quotes, so I need to break quotes. I think that's correct. I'm gonna have to see. It looks super, super wrong right now. Which it always does. Matter of fact, I'm going to create this skill right now just to see what it looks like when it creates to make sure I'm doing it right. Yeah, no, I think it already fucked it up because it's wrong. What? I'm so sick of this shit, man. Like something completely unrelated. Again, every fucking step of the way, something entirely unrelated that I haven't even dealt with. Okay. Shit. I spent 5 hours fixing this error the other day. Like yesterday. And it worked. And it works for other skills, right? Well, it doesn't have a birth sign now because all this is requiring birth signs, but the other one worked. I just want to get this shit to the point where I can like go through a stream with out some weird ass problem that I fixed already. I think I know what might have happened. I forgot to put a cost. I think that's actually all it is. I'm getting worked up and having PTSD. And once you've dealt with enough problems that are so complex it takes you hours and hours to fix, you just sit like, oh shit, it's another one, isn't it? That was okay. I'm gonna get some blood for my boy John. John Test. Yo, what? Oh, whoops. Ah, no, that makes sense too. I never made a sound for maroon. Okay, I'm just trying to remember where I actually am at this point. Because we got sidetracked so much. Back to this. Okay, we're creating the blood list. We get all the blood tiles, and then we have to do For each blood tile within blood list, which is variable. We need to before this, I'm gonna say for each one, we're gonna want to gain a lifesteal, so I'm gonna make lifesteal 1 equals lifesteal. I should. There we go. So we can keep a count. Starts at 0. Is that D2 sound effect? Probably. A lot of the sound effects in this are right now. And then at the end of all the count, we are going to gain that much lifesteal. But we also have to remove the tiles, which is, as in Myriad fashion, is more complicated than it needs to be. I'm gonna double check exactly how it was done. Everything is the longest story of how things are the way they are because they had to be done that way, and it like wouldn't make sense unless you went through all the awful problems that happen. That to remove tiles, we have to set a property on them called trash, and then at the end of the for each, remove the trash. Is how it's currently done. Sounds like programming LMAO? Yup. Because if you just delete the tile during the for each, sometimes it tries to target itself again in a really oddly specific scenario, but then the tile wouldn't exist because it was already removed. So you mark them for deletion and then delete them all at once so you avoid that. But I forgot where that is. My tile. No, not my tile. My tile something. Yeah, it should be in my tile stand. Which I have open on my other monitor. Sorry, I just... But it's not in there. What the fuck even is my return tiles? Oh, I don't even think that's being used. I'm gonna have to go through this and clean this up one day because there's a lot of stuff that just got like phased out. No. I'm looking for my tile evolve. The time it takes me to find this, I probably could have just made it again. There it is. This is ... it what I expected when I saw the TTRPG tag is this Forge. This is a program called Map Tool. We once upon a time used to run a game within this framework that I've been making for a very long time, trying to get it ready to run a new series of campaigns on the channel. Hopefully as soon as possible. Might still take a little bit though, because we've had to build a whole bunch of stuff I didn't expect that I was going to have to do. And also, the overachiever over here.
He got kids?
No, I shouldn't. I'll worry about that case when it comes up. just, yeah, this, I knew it was just that. And then we, trash equals all of the tokens that have the trash state within a huge distance, just to get them all at once. We put them in the dumpster. Coding comedy. Very funny. Function requires 2 parameters. Okay. But which one? Who knows? Ah! I flubbed. Gotta keep reminding myself, nothing in here can have quotes. I get carried away and it looks like normal code because of how I'm indented, and then I just kind of forget, and I have done this like a million times. And this is gonna cause some problems. Super Eyes, but sex. Smooth Stir Stream. Hey, welcome. Awesome Sauce, welcome. Thank you for the Prime sub. Howdy doody. I'm gonna do that just in case. It shouldn't have to be there. We don't just in case. We know for sure. That should be... Nope, that's not all the quotes. That should be all the quotes. It probably wasn't. It was not. There is a find and replace, but you can't really limit it to a specific area. Not that I'm aware of. I think that's the problem. I think actually it's because fuck, it's I see quotes when I close my eyes. Fairly certain that these have to be real quotes to put mini quotes within the quotes. Set state, the token is unknown. Okay, but some pretty weird stuff, my map tools. My dude. Not really weird. It's just weird that there's that many fucking quotes, isn't it? Okay. We're halfway there. Yo, I bet I don't need this at all. It's probably going to default to current token. And that will avoid the whole quote situation I'm in right now. Cha-ching! Okay, it's working. I just need to do this, but before the I need to do this with the extra layer of quotes attached to make it more complicated. And figure out how that happens. So we take those out to remove that problem. Drink the blood. And what else? I changed something else. I don't remember what it was already. I need those to be... Well, let's see. I might not need those to be real quotes. I think that No, I definitely do. How am I gonna do that? Yep. I think this is where we get the quote equals quote power going. Because I also need to break quotes here for range. One day I'm going to become a quote master, and this is going to... It's going to be great. I need to double check. I don't think that's how it's done, but I need to double check what that creates. I had this problem before, and I was thinking that every single time I create a skill, all skills should just have a quote equals quotes so that I can always use it. So that when this happens, when you get the quote here, it would know that that's a quote. But the problem is that I have to break quotes to make a quote equal quote to pass down the quote into a skill. And that was breaking skills being made because I had to do quote equals quote within quotes, and that was fucking complicated within itself. I was like, nah, I'm gonna take that out. Thanks, Keenan. For gifting that boy. I got all that. Yeah, it's a fucking disaster. Like, there has to be an easier way to do this, and I'm gonna feel really stupid when I figure it out. Map Tools does have like a encode decode feature, but I tried it once and it didn't really do what I needed it to do. But that I might have to like, I'm gonna revisit that real quick. And if like live on stream, I figure out that this is actually what I needed the whole time, I'm gonna turn the stream off and go redo my whole life. You know, I don't think that's what it is. I did come up with a better way to do this in a couple of spots, but I'm not sure. Okay, we're gonna try this. We're gonna like reinvent the whole wheel right here. After I like deeply consider what it is that I'm doing. I think I did it like this. Yeah. Yeah. You like how that looks? Quote, quote, plus quote, plus quote, quote. Is actually, I'm pretty sure, the big brain that solves everything. I've done in a couple places, and it might work here, and if it does work here, it's going to make my life so much easier. I don't think it works here. Frog on your head have a name, Ster. Frog's name is Ster. No, it doesn't like this. Okay, that's how I did it, but that's why I don't think it works in this situation, where instead of doing it here, when we pass down the code, we would need post, which is what we're coding in, post equals to be quote plus. So that when it creates this code on the other macro, it's all it but wait, we don't want it. God, this is so confusing. It doesn't make any sense at any level. Can't do that. But like the reasons why you can't do that, I like feel like I've tried the same thing a couple of times and always just get more confused. The whole thing in here, the whole problem basically boils down to this line of code is in quotes, but it will not work unless this is recreated as a quote. You can't double quote because that just ends the first quote. And I can't use mini quote because then that quote also ends at the wrong time. Can I use slash quote? Oh my god, you might have just saved my fucking life. my whole life. Map tools is weird, and I was reading about this today or yesterday morning. That map tools can do that, but it has to be a double slash for some reason. That was a long explanation about map tools being inferior to everything. But I might also have to do that in a very different way as well.
He got kids?
I'm gonna see what that prints out as in the other macro when we do this. Oh, but something is still a problem. Unexpected character. But where? Line one. Oh my god, it's telling me? It's actually telling me? What? I think it's fucking with me. I think that's a lie. No, it's not. I don't trust it, but it's not. How could it not be an error in here? And this is the only thing I've done. Oh no, I fucked with this. Okay, I forgot that I was doing that. That's not line 17. Don't believe map tools lies. Okay, that totally and completely broke it. Because it didn't have, if that's to work, then that also needs to be a quote. Like that. That does not seem to work. Yeah, no. I'm not familiar with how any of this works for what you're describing, but MapTools has the explanation here. Escapes are used to let characters in question not be what it usually is. /D and thus not /D. Regex, blah 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 blah. The tricky bit: all MapTools escapes are eaten by the MapTool parser unless preceded by an escape themselves, so they have to be double escaped. Wait, what? So in the above example, /D becomes /D and / becomes // really tricky. It becomes when you want to find the / character's regex symbol, hence needs to be escaped, blah blah blah, then becomes // Ooh. So back to the above example, S, everything that is not a white space plus what the fuck? Like, this is so confusing to me. What's the point of the parentheses here? Would I mean, what does that mean in what I was just doing? I would need the parentheses to do it? And again, like, I really haven't coded things before ever, so this is all like an extra layer of they're making exceptions to a rule that I have no idea what the fuck is going on. And even this added layer is just gonna make things even more confusing for me. if it somehow did work, which it wasn't, and it's still not working. It's printing out all of this because the quotes are wrong. So in my scenario, we're using escape to make a. I don't know if this will help me. Would I then need 3 because I'm 3 levels in? Jeez. I'm glad that didn't work. Beginning of what line? Oh, wait. Hold up. Those tests were all wrong. Holy shit, it fucking... Oh my god. No, it doesn't. You can see. Okay, bloodless equals... In the moment there's a slash, it's done. Because then it's reading the quote. So when it's reading the quote, it thinks the quote ended. And the rest of the code doesn't get put here. But I'm seeing 1 slash. Wait, what? Oh. So maybe 2 slashes is wrong? In this situation? Who the fuck knows? Let's try it. Now I'm not seeing any slash, but it's still not working, but I'm seeing the... This has really, like, been a struggle for weeks now. My cam blocks half the code? Oh. Sorry. I'm at... Oh my god, I'm so bright. The situation again, recap. People like the recap. This whole block of code needs to be within quotes. But in this specific spot, I also need to put real quotes here as it gets passed down 1 layer into a different macro. So we were trying to escape the quotes to make a quote with... I don't understand how all that regex stuff actually works. And nothing I've tried has worked. But basically, when we're going over to the other one, and we were seeing that, like, the code would just stop here, that's because it thinks this was all that was in quotes, and then the rest gets sent to chat because it's outside of quotes, which is why we had these giant blocks of text. That looks right, not in a terrible language. Yeah, well... Yeah, that was as far as we were getting. That's what I'm saying. Where it just gets to the slash and then stops. No, if I fixed it, I wouldn't still be doing this. Is that what you were saying? 3 on the first and 2 on the next? Or See, I'm about to go back to my method of quote equals quote and just try and figure that out for the future. So that when this gets passed down, we just actually write quote here. And then in the pass down macro, we have quote equals quote. But that in itself is tricky because then we need to, inside of quotes, explain that quote equals quote, which is another layer of just how is that supposed to happen? Wait, I don't think it needs to. Okay, this might actually work. Hold up, what happens here? I feel like I've done this before, and every time I feel like, oh, this might actually work, and then I do it, and then I remember why I'm not already doing it that way. Okay, so when it gets past to make skill, it's still in quotes, and then when it gets past to here, it's out of quotes. So it can't detect that it's quotes in the other one. So somewhere in this macro, it would need to say quote equals quote for this to work. Which is this, which creates the same exact problem. That the quote starts here, and all of this other stuff, we would have to do God bless my soul, quote equals. Normally it would be like that. Oh wait, what if? What if? Quote. That's not gonna work. We just use 2? I don't think that's how MapTools reads that. I think that MapTools is like, you're entering quotes, you're leaving quotes. I might be wrong. And again, I know that's how logically things start to make sense, but you need to throw logic out of the window for a moment here. Yeah, that just royally fucked everything. What is the... Isn't there like a... I think I tried this once before too. Like, I've really tried so many things. Like ASCII and that like equals what a quote is. Unicode, yeah. I'm fairly certain I've tried that, and it just printed out exactly what I wrote in Unicode and didn't actually do anything. I don't think that works. And I don't think anything works, so.
You got kids?
Actually, that might. I mean, everything always feels like it looks like that might work, and then this, I'm feeling pretty good about this one. And then in the actual code, we get quote equals one quote, which breaks everything, because that quote needs to be within mini quotes. So I think we can do this. Thanks. This was going to be a quick make skill stream, and now it's a 2-hour make quote stream. We fucking got it! That's gotta work, right? On its unexpected character. Okay, it partially works. But for some reason, when we get down here to the code that we need to put in quotes, this quote isn't doing it right. So I don't know if I need like a plus quote. God. Quote? Any quoters? I would have thought that would have worked. So I double check that is what's causing the issue right now. If this is real. Oh, it's because of this is also wrong. So that's like a whole extra layer to this at the moment. Is how that would have to look. Yo, what the fuck is my range? What? That is, Let me see. Because currently Madness is controlling how much range I have. Oh god, I misclicked the menu now, it's like way back here. Why does that need to be in quotes? Because that's the way Jesus made the earth. On the 4th day. He said, this code requires it to be this way, and just asking why doesn't change it. And then we're still getting unexpected character there if we do it that way. As if those aren't real quotes. But they are. Why wouldn't that work? Sorry, Lash. If that ends up being the solution, I'll never be able to get any work done. No, the quote slash quote would not work. I already know. Just because you're putting quotes before and after it. Like maybe in this situation, but this is the macro that we're passing down to. So if it works here, it's still like just monumentally weird. And then same on this side. That's a decent sign, I think. Function requires 2 parameters. What does that mean for me? Nothing of value? Yeah, I think it's failing here because it's basically considering this like not anything. I'm surprised there's like people so engaged in solving this problem though. It makes me feel a little bit better about this being like the quote solve stream. When I had run into this problem before, I really did just define a user function so that when I need bloodlist equals get tokens, blah, 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 then it would be like, nah, like just to circumvent having to write a quote, I would do bloodlist equals like defined function. And then we would pass range because range is the only thing it needs, which does work. It's just that I don't want to have to define a function every single fucking time I need to put something in quotes, otherwise I'm going to be defining functions for the rest of my life. Then also ideally I would define which tile. So I theoretically, I mean, I could and then multi-purpose it. Help debug. I mean, this isn't Java. He wouldn't know. Like everyone else was suggesting with the slashes, that's how it would work in Java, but that's not how it works here, so he wouldn't know. The inner stuff, most of these suggestions are like so hard to understand what you actually want. The inner stuff into another variable. I think I get what you mean, but okay, let's go to where we actually need to be. So we can look at this as the clusterfuck as it's designed to appear. Which is like this. And these need to be quotes. But they can't be quotes because they're inside of quotes. So you're saying if I did quote fuck party equals everything inside the quotes. So that we could do... Oh my god, this might work. This fucking... I hate every moment of this. Big if true, like incomprehensible for all future skills if true. No, unexpected character, same exactly. Which is it failing to put the quote here. It's turning all of those into... I think, like, what? About quote fuck party? Oh my... I just kind of have to like try it because that's like where we're at right now. But again, like if I have to do this every time I make a skill, I'm never going to remember how to do it. No, it just fell apart here because the quotes end at the quotes. Missing pluses. I think it's like it's already confusing me. I think it just looks like I'm missing a quote because it's up there. Breaks in the same spot. Which is weird because inside these quotes, it's making everything a quote instead of a mini quote like it is here. Which I don't know why it would do that, but it is. I think I'm just gonna make the function. I think I'm just gonna cave and make the function. I'm gonna give that a try. Oh, because quote fuck party is just left open. It's a good command name. No, like, this doesn't accomplish anything. I totally forgot that the quotes were within quotes, and that's like the main problem, that they're not. Downloading map tools and going insane together. I mean, it would be easier if someone, like, everyone who's suggesting anything with slash quote is like, that whole concept is so confusing to me that even like when it's explicitly explained, I'm still like, wait, what are you saying? But I also think people are joining late and thinking of things that we already tried, and just like not even fully understanding what's happening. So, and I'm gonna have to keep backtracking to explain the explanation of what the fuck is even happening. All lines under here, post equals is code, and we can't pass code without the code activating, so we need the code to be within quotes. But the actual code needs quotes to work. And the code also uses the little mini quotes. So we can't do that either. And when we pass this code down to the next macro, it loses these quotes at the end, so it's just actual functional code after that, which is the goal. Like, that's not gonna work. Yeah, same thing. What? It's treating that like it's an if statement? What? Statement options? I don't know. It just doesn't even like that at all. And again, I think within map tools you need 2 slashes, so I'll go ahead and nope. That breaks it. What that actually, it didn't output anything in the macro because it's failing to create it because there's quotes left open here. So it just stops. Man. Man, oh man. I don't even know what to do. Unless I make a user-defined function. But that is like I could get Myriad done from the point that I'm at right now, done so much quicker if I can resolve this in a way where it makes sense to just write code here, have it not activate. Maybe I should try decode and see like what it actually is doing. But I wouldn't be able to encode it and then decode it, would I? That's like a whole ordeal. Tried using the Unicode. At one point, I'm fairly certain it didn't work. I don't think MapTools actually parses Unicode unless maybe I have to like tell it to by entering and exiting like HTML maybe. Yeah, it just stays that, which shouldn't be able to do anything because it's actually just looking at it like as written. I'm really doubting that does anything. Nope. There has to be a way to use it. Hell if I know what the fucking way to use it is, though. I should just ask the MapTools Discord, like, hey, has anyone come up with the best solution for putting quotes within quotes? And someone had to have been here before and knows this program a little better. So what's that timer at? I've been streaming for 2 hours and 20 minutes. I thought I could have done like 10 skills by now. Jason set for what? I think I get what you mean. I think I could do it that way. In this particular example to avoid using any quotes. Which feels like a cop out because I just am going to run into this problem again. Like every time I try and do anything. Hold up. Trying to remember where I did that before, because I'm gonna do it wrong if I try and just do it. Shit. I can see this might end up causing problems too. I think it avoids it in one way, but it's going to end up creating it in another way. Inside, I can try. Does work. It's curious. Yeah, I'm not sure if it will translate to actually being able to be used any differently, because we already basically got to the point where we could make quote equals quote. Inside the parser, like, yeah, it doesn't read it there. I mean, like, I don't think... We didn't put it within mini quotes, but I feel like putting it within mini quotes is going to cause it to break again, but it might not. So hold up. It has potential. Okay, that ends up just putting it there that way. But if that actually works... No, I think that's it breaking the same exact way. Yeah, it is. Fuck. Yeah, this is like chat and me over the course of like the last 2 weeks. I've collectively come up with like 25 ideas that sound really good and seem like they're gonna work up until Map Tools is just like, nope. I mean, I don't think you can... No, this is gonna give me unexpected character brackets. That's not gonna work. No, I don't need those there. I was just trying it somewhere. Because I've like rewritten this code like 30 times. What? I don't even know where or why that's breaking now. Yeah, I'm super confused why that doesn't work. These errors are awful. Yeah, they really are. It's like I have this exact code. What? It might be from down here. That's fucking it up. Yeah. My head is just like, I have accomplished nothing and I feel like I need a break. And then when I come back, I'm gonna like have less of an idea of where I am. Just start from scratch again. Yeah, been there. Yeah, been there a lot recently. Like I was saying in the beginning of the stream, every day of programming feels like what is happening right now. Where I set out to do one really simple thing, and then there's a gigantic roadblock that just doesn't make any sense. There's like every solution isn't a solution. Which is also why I've been holding off streaming, because like this is the exact situation I didn't want to stream today. Okay, I'm like almost at a workaround, but getting lost in the sauce. This might be wrong. I don't fucking know anymore. Actually working. Other than the input for range being wrong. Because it's asking for an input rather than... Wait, at what point did it ask for range? When I made it? Which means... Fuck, dude. Why would it be fucking asking me for what range is? I'm like so close to just circumnavigating the whole quote thing, but brain is melting on this simple stuff now that I can't think straight. Very relatable. Final check. The clock time. Creating one skill in 2.5
kids?
hours. We are adding the skill to Mr. Test. Mr. Test is gonna stand here. He's gonna consume blood. You got 18 blood for some fucking reason. Oh, wait, because I accidentally doubled that. It works. See, the part that's really fucking annoying about how things have been going lately is this is like the perfect example if you've been here the whole time. If not, small recap. We decided to make a skill. We came up with the idea for it. I knew exactly how to make it. But we fought with quotes for 2 hours. We like made the skill in 20 minutes, fought with quotes for 2 hours, and didn't even resolve the quote problem. We just like decided to do it in a way that we wouldn't have to use any quotes. Okay. Albino duck, thank you. Welcome. As long as it works. Well, I didn't make any progress because we didn't figure out the quote thing, so it doesn't work. Like, I mean, the skill works cool. But what if the next skill we decide to make, there's no way to do it without avoiding, like, we like have to put a quote somewhere. I'm just going to be right back into this pile. Unless I define a function for every skill. Oh, I'm reading the thing the guy linked. It sounds like they don't come to a resolution in this thread. They just agree that it sucks. Unless doing, like, they're actually suggesting that we do, like, post equal, it would end up being post equals. It's even hard to, like, conceptualize where it would have gone. But, like, inside these quotes, we would need to quote, 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 quote. So that a single quote could come out of it? Or does he literally mean... I don't know. Yeah, most of the map tools, when you look things up, are like anything 2009. Not a lot of it is super useful. Some of it is. I mean, there's one that, like, in 2005, someone feature requested for Token Tool to be able to change the hue of images. And a guy was like, yeah, I'm on it. And it's, 2021 and that never happened. I'll try some of this double quote stuff later. I still, like, within actual code parsing, I'm not sure that it would work still, because everything seems like it would, but I'm doubting it. So I'm gonna like make a text file right now. Like, just, I don't know, keep that. And then, you know, blow my brains out later. Maybe that programmer died to COVID? What, like fucking 15 years ago? It's possible. Okay. Do I regain my footing and make another skill? Or do I just like admit that I need a break after that? Woo! Woo wait. God damn. Okay, so we have consume blood. Seems to work as intended. You consume the blood. You get a whole bunch of lifesteal for each tile consumed. Should there be a skill level 2? Oh, do we want to go a layer deeper? Do we want a skill level 2 here? I kind of do, just to make sure at all. I don't know what it would be. Man, my frog is fucking tired. Wait, I'm tired. Yeah, I don't even know how you would scale this reasonably. I kind of do again want most of the spells to be scalable, because what we're doing now is you spend your CP, which you get on level up, and one of the CP options is basically learning spells from spell lists, which is the equivalent of like turning 1 CP into 3 spells, because I want people to get more ability options than they had before, where before it was like 1 ability per level. You're really gonna just pick the good ones. So if you can give people a way to gain a whole bunch of options, like the same way in 5th edition, you gain a level, you don't always just gain 1 spell learned. It's like, oh, I can learn this spell and this spell and this spell. So like Sorcerer, oh, this level I have like a couple more options. That's kind of what I'm going for. But then you can also level up those, because you have more level ups, you won't feel as bad leveling up the same skill multiple times to give it like more value, because you value that skill. Though that kind of does feed into the same problem that if a player, like whenever a player builds a character, they always want to, the end result of the character and how strong they are is how focused they are. Like if you just focus on one thing being good, just do that one thing. It's a turn-based game, so if you can fit your good thing into your turn, just keep doing the good thing. So if I gave Consume Blood like 5 skill levels, then yeah, just fucking only do that, and all the other skill options, ignore them. because I don't really see how this scales other than range, but we made range automatically scale. Yeah, we want to encourage players to make unoptimal choices because they have multiple choices to make, so it doesn't feel like they're missing out on the good thing. Or like, as a sorcerer or a wizard, you can take a spell that you're not sure you're ever going to use, but you could afford to take it because, I don't know, I get to pick 4 spells this level, like I might as well take Charm, Woodland, Animal, Squirrel, parentheses. Like, that's so fucking specific, but it's thematic to my character, and I want to talk to squirrels. But it's not a big deal because your 3 other choices were like Fireball, Lightning Bolt, God Form. Oh, hey. Hey. I think I'm deciding whether or not I come back tomorrow with like a fresh brain, because even the lack of caffeine is just making my head every day. And then maybe I can actually focus on making Maelstrom skills tomorrow with the whole goal. Like have a fresh stream that makes sense. I don't know. Or I just do one now. And struggle the whole way. Yeah, I also did have to... I'm gonna go. It's already like 5. I also had to redo remove skills, so the more skills we make, the more I'm going to have to like edit. I'll be back tomorrow. Ideally, hopefully, unless something weird comes up, then I'll be back tomorrow and try and pick up here with like what today's stream was supposed to be. And I'll plan it out before the stream and make sure I'm like actually ready. Sound good? Sound good, 10 people listening to me? Good. Oh shit. I'm within a quote right now. Maybe there's someone I can host. Nah.